Carly was a 2-time heart recipient. Her first was when she was 1.5, and the second was when she was 13. At first, they thought it could have been allergies, but instead they found out later on that it was her heart that was pushing up against her lungs, which made it difficult for her to breathe. After her first operation, she got enrolled into dance classes. She did everything from hip-hop to ballet. She really enjoyed it. And then when she was 13, her heart began to give out on her, and she had to have somebody with her at all times in case she did collapse. It was a pretty short time, and they found a second match, and it was a really long recovery. But after her operation the second time, she now has a really unique outlook for living through it. She says that when I step out on the stage, I think that I'm communicating with people, she says. I want to say nothing is impossible. Yes, you can have 2 heart transplants, and you can do whatever you want to do, or be whoever you want to be. She also urges her friends and her to register to donate when they're older. She says that those people who gave her another heart, they gave her a second chance, and she's been saved twice by organ donors, so who says that she can't save somebody else? So that was Carly's story. My name is Sarah Pitcher, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why you should be an organ donor. So what is organ donating? It's when they take organs out of you when you are officially declared brain dead. So when you are in that state, your heart is still pumping because it needs to be, your body still needs to be alive to take those out. But they take out the organs that are necessary and what you match with, and you can save up to 50 people's lives. What can be donated? So you have internal organs like the kidney, the liver, the pancreas, the intestines, and the lungs. Also, you can donate skin, bone and bone marrow, and the cornea. Most donations happen after death, but they can also be operated while they're still alive. So if you were to find somebody that needed a kidney and you have one that you would like to donate, you can always do that. So the age for donation, if you are under 18, you do need parent to sign off on it. But if you're 18 and over, you can just sign off on a donor card, and you can sign up to be a donor, no problem. Some facts about organ donation is that every 10 minutes, another person is added to the National Transplant Waiting List. And then an average of about 22 deaths every day of the people that are waiting on that list for a match. That's every single day. There are 22 people dying because there aren't enough people that are willing to be a match or aren't even signed up to donate. Another thing is that the success rate increases if there are multiple ethnic backgrounds or blood types. If there's more to give, there are more people living, is basically what that means. Also, the most harvested organs from most to least would be the kidneys, the liver, the heart, the lungs, and etc. So now I'm going to tell you Patrick's story. Patrick went to Michigan State. He is a Michigander. At the age of 5, my vision began to deteriorate due to a scar on my left cornea. Suddenly, I was no longer able to play outside and be with my friends, no longer able to read or play with Legos, no longer able to see the concerned faces of my family and my friends. A slow shift occurred from a 5-year-old's bright, mysterious world of endless possibilities to a world of blurred shapes and colors. I was headed towards partial blindness, a condition that was averted by a decision made by a couple that had just lost their son in an auto accident. Their decision to donate led me to my corneal transplant at the age of 6 and changed my life. Thanks to the transplant, as captain of the cross-country team, I could see the pride in my teammates' faces when we won the conference championship. Thanks to the transplant, I could be awestruck when I picked up my date and saw how stunning she looked. It's funny how sometimes when our eyes can see what can make our heart beat faster. And thanks to the transplant, I could see the tears in my mom's eyes when I hugged her on graduation day, wearing my gown, holding my degree. She had been there all along. Less partying and more studying had made a difference. I feel, as I'm sure many recipients do, a drive and responsibility to use this phenomenal gift to its fullest. to use it, not only to benefit my own life, but the lives of others. I studied hard and graduated with honors with a degree in psychology and now have a job at Wayne State training in neuropsychology, using technology to learn about the brain and helping to gain knowledge that will someday reap reward for everyone. I wish I were eloquent enough to express the gratitude I feel to my donor family. I still wouldn't know what words to use to describe the awe, respect, and appreciation for the decision they made. A decision that was courageous and selfless and made at an incredibly difficult time. I say thank you, and I try to use my sight and my life to touch the lives of others and change the world for the better. Some people have questions like,
well, I drink often. Will I be able to donate?
All people, including people with medical histories, should consider themselves potential donors. For instance, if your liver can't be taken, your kidney could. Or, if your heart isn't doing too great, then they can take your pancreas. So there are many things that can be taken if that is the question that you may have or your concern. Okay. Another question being,
I want to have an open casket funeral. And if I do organ donation because it manipulates my body.
Organ donation doesn't stop you from having an open casket funeral. Your organs and tissues are removed through a clean surgery, and then they stitch you back up. And if you do donate bones, they do stick rods in place so it looks more realistic. Another question could be,
if doctors know that I'm an organ donator, will they try as hard to save my life?
A doctor's top priority will always be to save the life of their patient. It's not thought of until after they have declared you brain dead. So they have to declare that before they even consider you a potential donor. Another question could be,
what if organ donation is against my religion?
According to CORE, all major religion views donation as a final act of love through sacrifice. So, that's the best thing you could do in your religion. And the last question could be,
I don't want my organs to go to someone that destroys their own.
While organ donations do help people suffering from addiction by letting them correct their mistakes, less than 5% of people awaiting transplant have destroyed their organs through substance abuse, and they may have achieved and sustained sobriety before they can be listed as transplant. So they have to go through a certain amount of time and a certain amount of rehab to even be eligible for a transplant. And a lot of the people that do have are in need of a transplant are not even any type of drug user or abuser at all. So these are just a few of the questions that many people have, and I hope that kind of helps you think about it some more. So if you aren't thinking about donating any type of organ in you or on you, you can also donate blood. I know that it's kind of small in a comparison, but it does help a lot. I personally have donated my blood twice. I did recently get a tattoo 6 months ago, so I do have to wait another 6 months. It does take a year to heal. So when you do donate, if you were to get it on your license for the donor, it's this little donor with a little heart at the bottom. And then if you were to donate your blood, you can get a card from the Red Cross with your blood type on it. I'm AB positive. So there's that. If you want to look into donating organs, look into organdonor.gov. You can look into the Red Cross if you'd like to donate blood. Are either of you more convinced to donate?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. That was my video. Have a great day.